Parallel parenting is when you and another person have a child and you are not together, and you raise your child how you want to raise your child, and they raise the child how they want to raise the child. So you don't have to show up together to do birthday parties. You don't have to go to dinner.
That's not co-parenting.
To sit down and take Billy to the amusement park together. You don't have to do that, because if it's high conflict, how can you do that? And again, nobody's saying that that's not okay to do, because if that's how y'all do y'all thing, do y'all thing. But for people who are trying to destroy the lives of others, and it's real true trauma and abuse and things behind the scenes that can't be the case, you have to parallel parent.
It's about y'all not being in each other's lives enough to affect or be in view of the child.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Mom here, dad here.
Mm-hmm.
I love you. I'm mom. I can't speak for dad, but I'm not gonna badmouth dad. I'm not gonna talk about dad. I'm not going to mention dad. Listen. We have women, and let me.
That's why I want to ask.
Let me be the devil's advocate right quick. It's some good women out here, single mothers.
Shout out to the single mothers.
Yeah, straight up.
Cause a bitter baby mother that's single and a single mother, those are two different kind of people.
Facts.
Okay?
Facts.
Let's be clear. It is some single moms out here that have had children with some men that are complete deadbeats. And that's a whole nother something else.
Real help.
What's happening, y'all? This is gonna be about parenting, right? Co-parenting, like she was talking about. Parallel parenting. Can you parallel parent, or can you co-parent? And I can say there are a lot of people who can, but I would say most people can't. Nothing, I agree with the woman, but there's a part of it where people just want control so much that they basically sabotage themselves and their kid. And what I mean by that is this: you have people out here who will, in my opinion, they want control. So yeah, you parent how you parent at your house. I'm a parent how I parent at my house. And what winds up happening is, what happens when you become when you're a better parent at your house? You get what I'm saying? Once you become a better parent at your house, then you got beef. It's weird, but that's the issue. What winds up happening is, one person gets upset, they get in their feelings, and they go, "Well, I'm the one that should be in charge or in control, or it should be my way, or my way works, or my way works for me." So what winds up happening, in a general sense, you'll have, and I hate to do it, but you'll predominantly have the mothers who will tell their kids what they don't have to do. You get what I'm saying? So when you go over there, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do this, which basically sabotages the parallel parenting. And that becomes an issue, because now you wind up with a kid who's basically doing whatever they want to do. And now you got to discipline them for doing whatever they want to do, because you didn't allow, you didn't stick. If you were to make that bargain, you didn't stick to it, in a general sense. So normally it don't work. Let me say it that way. Normally it don't work. And let me add to it. It won't work for an extended period of time. And by the time um by the time you've caught on to the point of, maybe we should parent, this way and that way, the kid might be a teenager. And I say that to say this: the trust between parents is completely dissolved. Like, oh, yeah, I don't went through, 5, 10, 12 years of doing this, but now, now I see the light. Now I want to do things differently and we should try this. And it's like, man, if you don't get out of my face, because that's what normally happens. And that's why you have these situations where the kids get older and you have that, like, oh, you know what? I want to be grown and I want to be free and I want to be able to live again. So now let's be parents. And it's like, man, get out my face. And when I say get out my face, I'm going to say this in this way. Some of y'all in that phase of wanting control and using the kid as a power tool. Let's just do that. Now you working this guy to death. Now he got to work overtime or get another job or penny pinch, right? And then it's like when you wind up in a situation where you're tired of having a kid all the time, you can't roll that one back because you already got this dude jammed up financially. So I want you to do more, and it's like you wanted me to do more. That's why I had to do overtime all the time. That's why I got another job. I'm doing more. That's the more you wanted when you wanted more. So now when you want to change your mind, you want the more and you want more parenting. And it's like you can't have it both ways. And then you get mad about that situation. The same way as I spoke before about uh, predominantly moms telling the kids what they don't have to do when they're in their father's uh, custody, right? Or at their father's house or with their father's family, right? What happens is you start teaching this kid they don't have to follow other people's rules, and then it escalates to now they're not following your rules, and then now y'all button heads and it's a problem, and then it's like you need to do something about your kid, and it's like you did. I don't need to do anything about my kid. You did this. You need to fix it because sometimes even with the parallel parenting situation, when you teach the kid to not follow instruction or direction from the other side, that doesn't always mean that they're not gonna they're gonna be a villain to their dad. You know what I'm saying? That might go on for a time though, but then there comes a point where dad's just gonna have enough. Like, look, you you, you ain't gotta follow my way. You gonna follow my way. That's how it's gonna be now. And when you cross that bridge, what winds up happening is there's an easier relationship. There's the respect is there, um, the manners are there, and sometimes the mothers get jealous because it's like you act like this over there now. How come you don't act like this with me? And it's like, listen, your plan of your child being a demon with them and an angel with you backfired. They wind up becoming an angel with them and a demon with you. And then it's like, you need to do something about your kid. And it's like, no. You did this. Once again, you did this. And I say this now because society has changed. You're seeing young women have hard times, right? Fall on hard times. And now they want a man, and now they want a husband, and now they want a relationship. And now, they're low key advertising themselves, like softcore prostitutes all on social media. And it's like, well, or maybe that's just my algorithm, right? but but in that process, sometimes people are being nicer, and maybe we could rekindle something, which probably doesn't happen, or they fall on tough times and they're like, look, I'm the mother of your child. I need help. And it's like, I've been helping for years. I'm not going to help you some more. And just sometimes life pans out like that. And I'm not going to say karma because, you know, um, sometimes it's not karma. It's just the job market. You get what I'm saying? But as I said before with the trust barrier, you kill the trust. And then when you fall on hard times, you're looking for an ally. And it's like you've been an enemy the whole time. You can't look for sympathy from somebody that you demonize and you made an enemy. And in that concept, maybe they should be the bigger person. And it's like, well, you've never been the bigger person. Or I ain't gonna say never, but you chose the low road far more than you chose the high road. So don't expect the high road back. And a lot of times sometimes you get pettiness, but most times you get indifference. So and the crazy part about it is, if you can parallel parent, it is so easy. You get what I'm saying? It's so like, okay, do your thing, do your thing. But what winds up happening is, instead of doing that, doing it the easy way, you got to make it hard. You got to do it the hard way. So you chip away at the parallel parenting until it's a one-sided equation. Just doing stupid stuff. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Tell me what you think. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.